he retweeted last night, and I think at my point it had like maybe nearly 2.5, and it's nearly at let's see, I'll tell you right now what it's at. It just blew up last night. Like my tweets, like it's nearly at 7,500 already,
Wow,
and like not
that's
even
cool.
one dislike on it,
Mhm.
which is weird.
No, we'll see if we can fix that.
Thanks. Just to be dick, that one person was dog. Like, hey guys, Barry here, and welcome back to the IGS podcast. And I have had the best 7 days on the channel by far. We have had Hannah Tell from Life is Strange, Matthew Modine from Stranger Things. I guess Grant was on the channel, I guess technically twice, the Banjo Kazooie composer, and Doug Cockle. Like, you are, I guess, the voice of, is it Gerald, if I'm correct?
Geralt of
Gerald,
Rivia.
sorry, yeah. But like, it's funny because you're actually in a movie that I seen years ago, Reign of Fire, if I'm correct.
Rain of Fire, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because I work in a shop, and one of the young girls that was in that movie comes into my shop anyway. But like she was one of the young kids in it. She
All right.
had some role. But it's just funny that the fact that I know her, and then I'm talking to you, and you were both in the same movie, but you probably never met. You know.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there were loads of people there. Lots of extras and stuff like that because there were, all the people who lived in the castle and everything else. But
Yeah, and then they went and fired it at the end. All the
yeah,
dragons and stuff. I actually do remember seeing it. And yeah, so for people who don't know who you are, tell us a bit about yourself. Like, they should know who you are, because now I can say I have played Witcher 3, and you know that, but you haven't played Nintendo Switch yet.
I haven't. No, I have played Switch. I played Mario Kart on the Switch, but I don't have a Switch.
Yeah,
I played on a friend's console.
that needs to change, Doug. That needs to change. And maybe it will this year, when Witcher 3 comes out on the Switch, complete edition.
Oh, I know. I'm really excited about that. I think that's really cool. It's going to open Witcher up to a whole new audience. Because there's a lot of people, I imagine. I have no statistical basis for this thing I'm about to say, but I imagine there's a lot of people who have, been on Nintendo. They don't play PC games, they don't play PS4, they don't play Xbox, so they've never been able to play Witcher. Now they're going to be able to play Witcher. That's awesome.
Yeah, and like I think it's funny because, look, just say for talk's sake, right? This game released on Wii U. I guess sales wise for Nintendo it flopped. But look at
Did it? It came out on Wii U?
no. I'm saying is no. Just imagine it came out on Wii U.
Oh,
No,
right.
I don't think the sales would have been as big. But I mean, the fact
No,
that
well,
Switch is out right now. But I mean, it's has over I think at this point over 20 million, and like nearly every game that people big games are buying them regardless.
hmm.
And I feel it's going to sell really really well on the
Yeah, well,
system.
yeah, I agree. I totally agree, Barry. I think the thing with Wii U was Nintendo just got it kind of wrong, didn't they? The Wii U
It was the
didn't.
wrong time and completely. I think like
Yeah.
if they had released the Wii U the time the Wii came out, I think it would have been massive. Because
Oh,
I guess
yeah,
like
yeah,
iPads was kind of a thing back then. It was kind of getting bigger. And like
yeah.
even mobile gaming was getting bigger back then when the Wii came out. It was just too late. But like I feel like the Wii U was a great system. It had great games on it.
Yeah.
And I
I
missed
had a
two
Wii.
screens. You had a Wii. What games did you have on
Yeah.
Wii yourself?
That sounds terrible. I had a Wii.
Wii! Did you? Nice. I had one before I came
Yeah.
on the show.
Yeah, me too. The things we do for art. Um, yeah, no, I know what you mean. So yeah, I've got to get a Switch.
Yeah.
I've got to do it eventually at some point.
Yeah.
Besides,
So
the whole portable thing just makes me, I, that's the thing that makes the Switch so cool. It's like a Game Boy, but it's so much better.
yeah. And like the fact that you can play Witcher 3 anywhere, literally anywhere in the world. What the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah, exactly. And I've seen some people complain a little bit that, oh, the resolution's not going to be as good. It's only going to be 520p on the go.
Who
And I'm like,
cares?
yeah, who cares, man? You're sitting on a bus. What else are you going to do? You can play Witcher 3 in 520p, or you can stare out the window.
The fact that you can even play this on mobile technology is pretty amazing.
Mm.
you know, and
I know,
then
because it's graphically, it's quite a,
intense game.
demanding.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, like I got it. Was it? Yeah, it was 2 days ago. Was it? Or was it? Oh yeah, it was 2 days ago. I got the complete edition, or the Game of the Year edition for Xbox One.
Mm.
And the funny thing is, like, no, I'm sure it was just at the time, but the game actually froze on me for some reason, which
It
is
was Roach like sitting on top of a house or something?
sitting on you probably.
Probably.
It was actually, it was after the whole fighting thing, training with Siri and stuff, that kind of.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And I guess Wennifer is pretty hot though, but I'm sure that's on purpose. But
yeah. Yennefer
Yennefer,
Berry.
yeah, Yennefer. Sorry, I don't speak whatever.
It's that Irish accent, isn't it?
Thanks.
That's
I
what it is.
may look Irish, but I have the Irish accent. Like, yes, I guess. What's your opinion on the TV show that's coming out with Henry
Cavill, I
Cavill?
think is
Yeah,
how it's pronounced. Yeah.
that'd be interesting though.
It's going to be really interesting. I mean, I haven't followed it really closely because I just I don't, you know, I'm not that bothered by it.
Yeah,
I think it's great that it's going to come out. I'm just looking forward to seeing what they do with it. I've said on Twitter and various other places, I, if there's so much passion around the world of The Witcher. People love the books, people love the games, people love the book or the game,
hmm.
people love both. This is just going to be another thing to love, and I think that the main people involved in producing the show, Lauren Hissrich, who's the lead writer, Henry, who has stated on numerous occasions that he's read the books, he's played the games, he loves the world. I mean, there are people on the team who love the world of The Witcher, so they're not going to do anything deliberately to screw it up,
Yeah,
but they might do things to expand the envelope. There's been a lot of talk about the casting. Let's just see what they come up with.
cast
It's
me
going to
in it.
be,
Cast me.
yeah.
I
Let's
don't
cast
know.
everybody.
I know. Yeah.
We should all be in the Witcher Netflix series. Yes.
Have you any involvement at all, or can you say?
No, I can say, and I have had none.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I would love to have been involved, but I can also completely understand why they might not want to involve me because I'm so closely related to the game version of Sapkowski's original
Yeah.
novels and stories.
But see, the thing is, like, I'm new to the Witcher franchise, the Witcher world. Like, my
Yeah,
friend David, he loves The Witcher 3. Like, he's played it to death.
yeah, yeah.
And I don't know how far he's got into it, but I mean, like, when he got it, he just kept talking about it. And, like, I didn't know how big it was.
Yeah. It was. I didn't know how big it was either. I was floored by the reaction it got when it came out. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to be big,
Yeah.
but how big it became was a bit of a surprise to me.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess, I don't know if you can say this, would you call it, like, a cleaner version of The Legend of Zelda, perhaps? Would that make any sense at all? No?
No, I've not played Legend of Zelda, so
Okay, yeah.
and I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm not sure. Cleaner version? Do you mean like less dirty
Yeah,
or?
yeah, like it wouldn't be as, I guess, sexual or, I guess, bloody as well, kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh, Barry.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Barry.
I'm trying to be nice.
You have got a world of a game coming to your way. I'll just say one thing to you. If sex on a unicorn, on a stuffed unicorn, has ever been on your bucket list, then you've got it coming. If you make the right choices.
Literally, you've got it
And
coming.
yeah, exactly, exactly. No, no, man, you're obviously not far enough into the game yet
Oh,
to
clearly,
know
it froze
that
on me.
Witcher 3 blows Zelda out of the water for
and
dirtiness.
and have you played? Well, obviously, yeah, but
I know enough about Zelda to know that.
yeah, it's funny. Like, it's one of those things where the game is called Legend of Zelda, where like you don't even play as Zelda, you play as Link. Ironic, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, he's the link between you and Zelda.
or the link between worlds. I don't know, pun intended.
Deep and meaningful here.
Yes. Yeah, so I guess, Since I know you from Rain of Fire, talk to me about your part as a goose. You call him?
Goosh.
Yeah, just tell us about like what was that like for you? I guess what was like when did you go for your audition? Like what was going through your mind when this all happened for you?
Well, gosh, when was that?
That was 2002 it came out, but maybe 2000, maybe the year 2000
Yeah,
it started. I don't know. Sorry.
I think I filmed it in 2001.
Right.
I think. Um, Yeah, well, I mean, that was, I mean, it was a really cool thing to get, and I was really excited to work with Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey. And I
All
don't know
right.
if
All
you
right. All
remember her,
right.
but yeah, all right, all right, all right.
Right.
One of my favorite lines of his, it's a little bit misogynistic, but it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Is in oh, now I'm gonna forget the name. I do this. I go on things and then I forget names. It was a movie about being in high school, and he was an older guy who still hung out with the high school kids, and he was hanging out. Matthew McConaughey's character was hanging out outside the kind of local pool hall that the under 21s could go into, and he was like, he said to the guy next to him, "You know what I like about high school? I get older, but the girls stay the same age."
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
it's all kind of wrong, but it's funny
Yeah.
because there were those guys. I mean, I grew up in America, and and here too. There are those guys who they're just a little bit older than everybody else, but they just can't seem to leave high school.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so I was excited to work with those guys, and Isabella Scorupco was on it, and Gerard Butler was
Mm.
on that as well. So, and that was when his star was really just ascending.
Yeah.
Um, so there were some cool people. I met some really nice people on that. But that wasn't the first big thing I'd done. I Before that, I played Father Maloney in Band of Brothers, the HBO TV series. So yeah, I'd been on big things before Rain of Fire.
Yeah.
But uh, yeah, I had a great time. I don't know where you're based in Ireland, Barry, but I was based in Dublin for 3.5 months when we shot that. That was
Really?
great. Yeah, I had
I'm
a
actually
great
only
time
like
in Dublin.
an hour away from Dublin. I'm in Louth, well, as it's known as the wee county, the small county, but it
Oh
has
yeah.
like the biggest town. But
Ah, right.
yeah,
Is that south of Dublin?
no, it's north of Dublin. Just
North.
it's yeah, it's up north. Yeah, yeah. Like it's only
Nice.
60 minutes away. It's grand. Like
Yeah, I didn't get up there actually. My wife and I rented a car, but we were shooting down in the Wicklow Gap, south of Dublin.
okay, yeah,
So my wife and I took a little drive down there and went hiking up in the Wicklow area.
mm.
It was
Yeah,
lovely. I loved it.
yeah. Well, like for me, Ireland, it's a shithole.
No matter where you live, it's a shithole, man. You can live
Yeah,
anywhere and
true.
it's a
Yeah.
shithole.
Well,
It's
actually,
all
well,
about state of mind, Barry. State of
true, but
mind.
like I was in Orlando when I was 18 for 2 weeks, and I thought it was the greatest place on earth.
But live there for a couple of years and then it becomes a shithole.
No, Miami's a shithole from what I've seen. Not Florida as a
I've,
whole.
I've never been to Miami actually. I've been to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, yeah. But see, the
Um,
thing, CSI Miami, like the way the
yeah,
intro is shot, it's actually like it's like the nice clean side of it. But when you go to the
uh,
other side of it, it's a shithole.
but you can do that anywhere. There's
True.
like, see, I live in a beautiful seaside town called Bournemouth in the UK,
Yeah.
and it's great. But I could take you to some areas of Bournemouth that are the absolute definition of shitholes. So it's just depends on what you show people.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And have you been living in the UK long?
Yeah, I've been over here since 1999. So in July, uh, gosh, when did I come over? I think almost to the day, July 1999, I moved to the UK. So it's been almost 20 years.
And do you like it?
It's a shithole.
Well, I'd
No,
rather.
I do like it, but
Yeah.
I think it's just become home. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, so
And don't worry, there's no Brexit talk. None of that
oh
crap.
man, oh,
I know it's so confusing. Like
it is. It really is. I just want them to get on with it now. I mean, I'm a Remainer. I didn't want I didn't want the UK to leave Europe,
Europe,
but
yeah.
um, well, to leave the European Union,
Union,
but
yeah,
they're
yeah.
not leaving Europe. But yeah, so it's sad to see it all happening. But I just feel like the UK government has just screwed it all up. They just, if they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Just
just
get it
fucking
done
do it,
with
like,
now.
and like,
Yeah.
just like
Well,
waiting months, like, for it to happen, and nothing at all. They've no,
2 years.
like,
2 years we've been
yeah,
waiting for them to
no
to put a
conclusion.
deal together. I know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
And like, I
And now
guess
Boris Johnson might end up being the PM. I mean,
the prime minister,
I mean,
like,
ah, it's incredible. I mean, we've got a two-paid white-haired douchebag over in the U.S. as president, and now we might have one. Sorry, I said douchebag. There's absolutely nothing wrong with douchebags. Actually, they're
oh hey
hygienic.
douchebag, yeah.
Yeah.
Peter Griffin, like,
Nice. I like that. Yeah.
oh freaking sweet Lois, yeah.
That's good. I like it. Oh, Barry. Oh man, your next career is doing Peter Griffin.
Shut up, Meg. I love Seth MacFarlane. I think that guy is one of the top talent over in the US by far. That guy can do anything, you know.
He's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, I guess come back to the UK. But I guess no, would you ever try going from musical to actually stuff in the West End yourself? Or have you?
I haven't done West End. I nearly did, but I had to turn down an opportunity to to perform on the West End once. Sorry, I've got terrible allergies this year. I don't know why, but they've just kicked in
It's
like
the weather, it is though.
a booger. But I've never had such terrible allergies in my whole life, and they've just slayed me this year. Yeah, I was asked to understudy for the West End premiere of When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, cool.
I was part of the casting process, and I was asked to understudy, and the circumstances just weren't right for me at the time, so I had to turn it down. Um, and I'm glad I did, because there were a lot of reasons why I couldn't do it. Um, but that was my one chance on the West End, at least so far. But I have done musicals.
What musicals
I
have you
played
done?
Dex. I played Dexter Haven in High Society,
Okay.
which is the
I
one
have
populated by
heard
Cole.
among this clan that you are
That's
called
the
a
one.
forgotten man. Yeah, well, yeah, sure, Frank Sinatra, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. So yeah, I played the Dexter Haven character, which is great. And I did what's his name in Guys and Dolls?
Oh, I don't know. I know the, like, guys and dolls. Yeah, but I don't know
He's
the.
a
Yeah.
he's a luck be a lady tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Luck be a lady tonight.
Or the Luke
That
Skywalker
guy.
version. Yeah. Luke be a Jedi tonight in The
Oh,
Simpsons. Yeah.
I've not seen that.
No, in The
Oh,
Simpsons. Yeah,
excellent.
yeah.
Oh man, your pop culture references are killing me, man.
I'm sorry.
No, and it's good. It's good.
Yeah, go on. What else?
That's
Musicals.
it. That's all I've done for musicals, really.
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
directed a few. When I was teaching at university, I directed the Soldier's Play,
Okay.
um, which isn't really a musical. It's more like a play with music. I
Music.
think
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
even how it's billed. And I directed The Boyfriend, which is so incredibly cheesy, but it was so much fun to
Yeah.
direct. I did that with Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra and third-year students on the acting course I used to run.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it was great fun.
Yeah. No, I guess one of my dreams is to go over to the West End and perform there.
Ah, are you a performer yourself?
Yeah, like I do, I guess, musicals and stuff, singing, and I guess I've done a couple of plays, but ever hear of Under Milkwood before?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Dylan
was
Thomas.
I was Billy, one of the kids when I was 12 years old.
Oh,
Like
nice.
I still remember the lines. It's like Gwenny, Gwenny, I kiss you in Goosegog Lane. I don't have to give you a penny or something, whatever. But like
How rude.
just a couple. I was 12 at the time, like, but like I'm
Yeah,
28 now, but I look 14. But as you can see,
me both.
I know, yeah,
I could soften wood.
yeah. That ironic, so often would. But anyway, no, I guess the first musical I done, I was in Les Mis, the chorus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we done school. Actually, it was the first production of, I guess, school production of Les Mis in Dundalk, where I live, and it was by far the greatest musical experience I've ever had to this day. by far.
Uh,
You
I
know,
love Les
oh, for me, it's the greatest musical of all time, the greatest show of all time. Like, you know, I like Javert is my dream role in a musical.
Mis.
You know,
Why Javert?
Stars. Oh, come on, Stars is incredible.
Oh, it is a good song. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to sing it for you. Sorry. I was in Jesus Christ Superstar. I was Chad in High School Musical. I done a school production. You know, when I was in secondary, or for I guess all the Yanks watching high school. But what else did I do? Jekyll and Hyde. We're doing that again next year. Sweeney Todd. I've done Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat as well.
Nice.
I played
Yeah.
Levi. I guess you know other stuff. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, or as I call it,
Yeah.
Seven Rides. But yeah, I played Benjamin, one of the parts, and you know one of the brothers in it. But it was a good show, like great experience.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, I guess I
You know,
started off dancing when I was 7 or 8 years old, and then got into singing later on. You know, acting.
yeah.
But I guess no, I think it's really good if you have kind of something of all three.
Yeah, it is. I'm not the greatest dancer. I can pick up some moves, but
Yeah,
you know, I certainly wouldn't call myself a dancer. I wouldn't really call myself a singer either, to be honest.
yeah,
I can sing. I'm an actor who can sing,
yeah.
but I'm not a
Singer who
singer.
can act. If that makes any sense. Yeah,
Well, there are those people who are true triple threats,
yeah,
who are singers and dancers and actors. They're really rare, though.
yeah. I try. I guess.
I mean, Hugh Jackman is one of those guys.
Oh yeah, big time. Like he's
Yeah,
incredible at what he does. Like you give him, but it's people don't know. But people were like, you know, Wolverine singing. People have to understand that Hugh Jackman started as a musical performer originally,
yeah.
and like you can look him up on YouTube. He's doing "Oh What a Beautiful Morning." You know,
Oh, that was his kind of big break, I think,
yeah.
if I remember correctly. That was at the. Was it at the National Theatre in London? Um,
I can't remember where it was, to be
I
honest.
think it was. I think that's where he really started to become. Well, that's where Hollywood, I think, picked him up.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but he was amazing. I can't remember the character's name, but he was. I didn't see him live. I've just seen clips.
Yeah.
But he was so good because he can move, he can sing, and he's a great actor. He's a
Yeah.
really good actor.
Did you ever see that clip of him on stage? Well, he's doing some play and he actually just breaks character and tells the guy in the front seat to turn off his phone because it was making noise or something.
No, I haven't seen that.
I know, but like that's ballsy, you know.
Yeah, well, when you're Hugh Jackman, you can do that, can't you?
Yeah, but like it's like one of those things. It's like I don't know. Like I guess if I did it, you know, as an amateur, you know, I get in trouble, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where like he did it. It's like, do you say something? Do you not say something?
But it's one of those things. This doesn't happen in the States. Well, I haven't been to a play in a professional theater in the States for a long time, but I don't remember this ever happening in the States. But it happens here all the time. And I don't know why theaters do it. You go to the theater and you're sitting there and you're trying to watch the play, and someone behind you has got a crisp packet and they're just rummaging around for the last remnants of their crisps. And they've been eating the crisps for like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
And you're just like, just fucking stop it. There's a play going on here. And I've been on stage when people are doing
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
I
it's
know. Yeah,
insane. It's so distracting.
yeah. I guess look, I've done pantomime, a few pantomimes, you know, and that's the worst with kids, especially the matinee show, just rumbling crisp packets
Yeah.
and sweets and stuff. Like,
Yeah. It's crazy. Why do they do that? Why do the theaters sell that stuff? They should sell stuff in like, cardboard buckets or something like that, something that doesn't rustle. I understand the desire to take food into the theater because people do it in the cinema.
yeah,
It's the same idea. But if theaters were just a little bit smarter about it, they wouldn't have all these people in the audience rustling around with plastic wrappers and everything. It drives me crazy.
yeah. Yeah, talk to me about doing Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oh man, there's not much to say on that really. Oh well, I've got a good story, but I was only on set for one day,
Okay, that's
so.
easy then for you.
Uh, yeah, and I think it was the last day of filming as well. So the whole cast and crew were just knackered, done. They didn't want to be there anymore. They're like, let's just get this stuff done, and go back to our real lives. 'Cause I don't know if you've done any filming before, but if you're on a long shoot, it just becomes a marathon. It can be really draining because there's long days. and you're often away from your family, and and you kind of develop a new family, a work family. But it can be really exhausting. So um, yeah, last day of Captain America shoot, I think it was certainly the last week. Um, anyway, so I went in, and I'm playing the young doctor, and I meet Chris, it was really lovely, but he was clearly done as well. He was like, I'm done with this. I want to go home. Um, but in a nice way.
Yeah.
But so we rehearsed the scene a few times, lined up all the camera shots and everything else, and all the rehearsals went fine. So first take, call to action. I did my thing. I had to do a thing with Chris, and then turn around and walk across the set, walk across the room, fiddle in a bag, and bring an instrument back. I can't remember what it was. So I turned around to walk across the room, and someone had placed Chris's character's shoes right behind me. So I tripped. I fell flat on my face.
Wow.
I was, cut, reset. And I was like, oh, man, those shoes weren't there before. I
Yeah.
rehearsed with no shoes behind me, and now there's shoes there. Where did the shoes come from? So I felt really embarrassed because, time is money on a film set. And like I
Hmm.
said, they were all ready to, they wanted to wrap it up and go home. So I was really embarrassed. I went back to Chris and I said, rules of acting on film, speak your lines and don't bump into the furniture. I broke both of them, didn't I? Just kind of smiled and giggled.
Yeah. I know Chris Evans. He seems like a nice guy though. Uh,
He was. I mean, I met him very briefly just before we did the scene,
yeah.
and he was in character and stuff, so he wasn't exactly chatty, but he's seemed like a really nice guy.
Yeah. I guess okay. I asked. I guess my actor friends all of this. Speaking of The Room, are you a fan of Tommy Wiseau's The Room?
Oh my God! Do you know I haven't seen the actual movie The Room.
Have you seen
Don't
The
think I have.
Disaster Artist?
I have. That's why I feel like maybe I have seen The Room
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it, obviously it's all about the making of. I love The Disaster Artist. I
Amazing
loved
film.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Incredible.
incredible. So I kind of feel like I have to go see The Room
Yeah.
because I've got to see what the disaster was all about.
Do you know what I'll do? I'll send you a copy. How about that?
Okay.
On DVD. I'll send you a copy. Like I guess me and my friend. It's funny because my friend is Mark, and it's like, oh, I always say to him, oh hi Mark, the whole time. Like, I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. Remember, he throws the bottle. He couldn't do the rooftop scene. There was a retake after retake, and I was like, oh hi
Yeah.
Mark. I'm always just. He's like, oh, stop saying that, because he just kept. There was someone in college in his class that kept doing it to him to annoy him. You know, oh hi Mark the whole time, like, and I know he's probably
What a
watching, like,
character. What a fantastic character. And that guy, he he has like clothing lines and stuff.
oh Tommy Wiseau, yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't met him. Yeah, he has what is it, Fast and Streets USA it's called. Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
that's
don't
his,
I don't remember what it's called. I read an article about him. That's why I went and watched The Disaster
yeah,
Artist.
no, but that's his fashion line, Fast and Streets USA, and
Hmm.
I bought his DVD and his Blu-ray. See, the only way you can get them, I guess, is off his official website, and excuse me, and it took maybe, what was it, 8 months at least to get to my house, because he sends them all directly to you, himself, and like he signs like a wee post, like a wee picture of himself that says, to Barry, love is blind, love Tommy, XX whatever, on each DVD, or like, and like I got free underwear off of him as well. But
That's amazing.
but it's like, it's so bad that it's so good, but it is literally the greatest worst movie ever that you'll watch.
I just think that it's the best story because and he is the most fascinating character as just being himself.
Yeah.
I mean, and where is he from?
See, that's
Where
the
is that
thing.
accent?
There, he's from, yeah, he's from New Orleans, whatever, any messing. But apparently, what is it? What was it? If you go onto IMDb, it says, is it Poland or is it France? One of them, because I think his middle name is the Tommy P. Wiseau. I think it's Pierre, but it's a bit confusing where his family is from. I don't know, because he has money. Did it come from the accident? Did it come from family before? it's, is it from his clothesline?
Yeah.
Because he imported jackets from Japan or China or something, and then sold them off, whatever. So he made like lots of money. I don't know, obviously, but like I actually met Greg Sestero last November in
Who's
Dublin.
Greg Sestero?
Oh, he plays Mark, his
Oh,
best
right, right,
friend in
right.
the movie. Yeah, because he released Best Friends, it was called, or Best Fiends, his Volume 1, Volume 2 in Dublin last year. He was going on a
Right.
tour around the world like with it. And I actually made it with friends with a couple of the actors in the movie up like on Instagram. I guess talking back and forth. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's just amazing the connections that you get.
Oh, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess let's talk about your video game stuff. Your first video game was Independence War 2, if I'm correct, Edge of
Yeah,
Chaos.
Independence War 2 Edge of Chaos. I played Cal.
I guess what? Yeah, okay. Tell me the difference between, from your experience, working on a movie compared, working in the studio then, or did you work at the time maybe doing motion capture, or what way did it work?
I've never done motion capture. I've done a bit of facial capture,
Yeah,
but motion capture I've yet to experience. I'm really looking forward to it at some point, I hope. Um, so the difference between working on film and working on a video game in the voice studio,
yeah.
is
I
that?
guess for you, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the difference is pretty stark, really. The
Tony
difference
Stark.
is that, yeah, because on a film you have other actors to interact with. You have a costume, you have a set normally, unless you're doing green screen. Um, you have things to interact with that help you immerse yourself in the character's world. But when you're in a sound studio and you're doing a video game, um, there's none of that. Sometimes you have uh, the other characters in the scene. Those actors have recorded before you, so the engineer can play back their performance, so you can react to that sometimes, but not often. Well, not always, anyways. You don't have a costume. You could be in there in your underwear, and no one would know. Um,
Nice. Hey, for
yeah.
all for all you know, I could be in underwear right now or wear
Well,
nothing at
that's
all
true.
under
So
this
can I.
t-shirt.
I mean, I could be half horse. You just have no idea of
Half roach, yeah,
no way of knowing. I'm half roach. Yeah,
yeah.
and that's why I've got these blankets around me. They're actually, I drape them over my
Nice.
back. Yeah. So yeah, I don't actually live in a house. I live in a stable.
Uh,
Uh,
oh, that's why I hear the horse clicking. The shoe clicking, whatever. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's the main difference, is just that you really have to engage your imagination in a slightly well, in a deeper way, in a slightly different way, because you don't have other things to respond to as an actor. Actors are largely trained to respond to other stimuli around them. That's a big part of what we do. So you take that away, you know, you have to create your own stimulus up here in your noggin.
Yeah. I guess it's like you have to be well creative as possible, in your head
Yeah.
when you're doing it. Like,
And if you've got a good director who, like on Witcher 3, mostly I had Kate Saxon, and she's a former actor herself, or I had um, Damien Goodwin or um, Mark Healy. They were the three directors I had most. There were a couple other people who filled in now and then, but Kate was the lead director on Witcher 3 for the voice performances. And she's a former actor. Mark is an actor. Damien is a director. So they all understand actors really, really well. So if they didn't have playback from other actors, then they would read in, and they try to. They generally try to read in a slightly neutral but with intention kind of way, so that they're not giving too much character in there, but trying to give you in the booth something to actually to,
you're okay. Don't worry. The horse is coming out of you.
something to actually respond to.
Do you want to get some water? Are you okay?
Told you there's
Prepared.
allergies.
It's alright. I'll talk for a little bit if you want. Uh, yeah, I guess. I'm friends with a few voice actors in games.
Hmm.
I guess like I know you there, Tom Taylorson. He does the voice acting for Octodad.
Oh, Octodad. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
whatever. Yeah, he does. But no, but with Tom, I guess he's helped me out with stuff, and we've been friends ever since. And he is just so funny, but like he's just so nice, I guess. And unfortunately, I haven't met him in real life. But he plays is it Ryder you call him in Mass Effect Andromeda? Scott
Oh, I
Ryder,
don't
I
know.
think that's his name, Scott Ryder. But
Right.
like that game got like a negative, you know, vibe to it all over from fans. Mass Effect
Did it?
4. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know. I've never played Mass Effect,
yeah,
so
yeah. I don't know. Maybe you just like maybe new characters or like new story. Maybe people didn't like it. I don't know. I guess visually as well. People didn't. That's the thing. What pisses me off. Like people are so dense on graphics these days as well. You know.
so dense. What do you mean?
I don't know if it's the right term, but I mean like people are just like the one like best like good graphics. I understand that, but I mean like people are just like you have to remember like the size of the like developer teams as well. People mightn't be
Yeah.
as good, or have so many on the team to make a game
Especially
look.
with indie developers, they're often small teams
Yeah,
working really hard to produce a game.
yeah. Have you had any experience making a game? No, or
Uh,
would you like to?
I'd love to. I'd love to be involved in the development of a game. Um, I don't know what skills in game making I would bring. I guess narrative. I mean,
I guess you could
I
do
read a
maybe
lot.
Foley art, perhaps.
I could do Foley art. Yeah. Well, no, but see, I could be involved in the writing,
Yeah,
because actors are typically not writers, but often the two worlds cross over. Um, so yeah, I'd love to be part of a writing team, developing character and storyline and narrative arcs and everything else.
yeah,
That'd be great.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I guess I have a couple of questions people did ask.
Yeah.
For
Okay. Cool.
let's see. Oh yeah, actually the second one's pretty funny. I'll ask you the first one. Uh, yeah.
That's funny. The second one's pretty funny. I'll ask you the first one.
No, I'll leave the best one to last. You'll see. You'll see. Sorry. My friend Amy wants to know how you developed Geralt's voice as a voice actor. Like, how many different voices did you go through before settling on the actual voice that you got?
Oh gosh, it was it Amy, her name?
Amy, yeah,
Amy. Yeah, Amy. I have no idea. Because it was so long ago. I think it was 2005. I auditioned for The Witcher 1, and what I can say is that we tried various things, and um, Boris from CD Projekt, who was auditioning me, um, he he knew what he was after, but he couldn't quite describe it. And so we kept trying things, and this is in a 15-minute audition, something like that, which is a long audition. Um, but I think he'd heard other work that I'd done, and he thought that I could do it. He just was trying to get what he was looking for out of me. Anyways, in the end, what kind of got us there was he suggested to me that I think about Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry films,
yeah,
and we go there because if you think about it, um, go ahead, punk, make my day. It's that
yeah,
kind of feeling.
yeah, yeah.
So and that's Geralt. Geralt is kind of like Dirty Harry.
But he is dirty.
He is, and he is Harry, so he's
Yeah,
Dirty Harry. So that's how we ended up with Geralt. It's with that was the inspiration for Geralt's voice.
yeah. And I guess this second one's pretty funny. Have you? Oh, sorry. Do you know how to play? Is it Gwent? You call it?
Gwent,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you know how to
yeah.
play it?
I do. I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible. I stopped playing it in game because I was so bad at it. I never really played collectible card games. Um, so when I tried to play Gwent, I was kind of uh, I don't know. It was a world that I hadn't really engaged in real life, so I didn't engage very well with it in game either. I just kept losing, so I stopped playing it. And people would say, "You want to play Gwent?" And I go, "No,
No.
no, no, Gwent."
I guess, do people, don't take this the wrong way, but like, do people like annoy you, like wreck your head, asking you to do like your, your Geralt impression, do stuff from like scenes from different games or movies or whatever, like
The
non-stop?
one that does my head in is people will go, that, like on something like this, they'll send in a question, and the question will be, ask him, how does he like that silver? And I'm just like, what kind of question is that? That's not even a question.
That
That's
means
more like
nothing
a,
to me.
oh, you'll get it eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
So Geralt has two swords, a steel sword for humans and a silver sword for monsters. So somewhere in the game or the book or something like that, I think Geralt says to some creature, how do you like that silver? Well, he says, how do you like that silver? Because it's like
Okay.
killing them, or
Yeah.
he's killed them with a silver sword.
Is that
So
like
people
saying,
are,
how do you like those apples?
yeah.
Okay,
Any-
okay. Matt Damon, Matt Damon.
So, you know, it's one of those funny things. But mostly people don't ask me to do Geralt's voice, but when they do, it's usually, they just go, say something as Geralt, and I'm like, what? Say what? What?
All right. Have you any conventions coming up, or do you even like appear at them?
I do appear at conventions when I'm invited, um,
Clearly.
and yeah, I don't just burst in. Hello, I'm here. It's Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah.
I was the last one I went to was actually Dublin Comic Con. No, I went to a local one last weekend, which was kind of fun. Last Saturday. But before that, it was Dublin Comic Con, which was really great fun. I got to meet.
I seen as you mentioned. I actually remember your name being mentioned online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I was definitely there. I got to meet James Marsters, who's a really cool guy. He played Spike in the Buffy the Vampire TV series.
Oh, nice.
Nice, yeah. And Jonathan Frakes from Star Trek, and because we were all sharing a green room and stuff. Yeah, no, that's Spock, man. That's Spock.
I know, but it's all the same.
Still do it. Hey!
Yeah.
He's doing now dry out.
Star Wars is better, by
Um,
the way.
Star Wars is better.
Star
Oh,
Wars is way
oh,
better.
that's setting the cat up on the pigeons, isn't it? Oh man, you're gonna have to see. You just got your first negative comment
Do
there.
you want me to do my Jar Jar Binks impression?
Yeah.
Mr. Jar Jar Binks, Mr. After this.
Oh, that's great, Barry. I love it, man. Do you do other impressions?
I can do. It's me, Mario. Yahoo! Hey, hey, here we go.
Oh,
Yahoo!
wow. Give
Uh,
Charles Martin a run for his money.
I know, yeah. Mickey, Mickey Mouse. Oh hey, pal. Oh hey, Pluto. Oh,
Oh gosh, Mickey.
oh, go you hook. But who else? I can do Elmo. It's pretty loud as well. Do you know Elmo?
Uh-huh.
Elmo loves you.
Oh.
I don't know. So like Scooby Doo. I can do other stuff, and who else can I
Can you
do?
do Sean Connery?
No, I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, I'm too.
Yeah, but
I try to do Sean Connery, but it doesn't come out right from
yeah,
the
it's like
goofy.
what is it in Family Guy? It's too late. The damage is done, or something. He said. I don't know, I guess like cartoons. Well, it's kind of easy, yourself. Like, Banjo Kazooie. Go, biddy, or whatever, But
It's it's hard to get it right though.
yeah,
It's easy to just anybody can just make a funny noise. A funny thing comes out of your mouth, and then you suddenly you're voicing a character, and who
yeah,
knows. But recreating that sound as not the person who originated it is really challenging. I think
yeah,
good impressionists are really, really awesome.
yeah. what would be your favorite, I guess, impression or like voice of a character be?
What that I've done, or just
Or
in
no, just
general?
in general, yeah. Like would it be Mario or like would it be I guess Sonic, Toxic, or whoever like?
God, there's too many to mention, really. Just a good voice that fits a character is one that makes you believe that that's that character's voice.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who does that, any character with a voice that fits them, awesome. That's.
Yeah. So let's
Which doesn't
see.
really answer your question.
I know
Sorry,
it's
but
fine. No, it's fine. I understand completely though. Yeah, you worked on. See now, you have some connection to Rare. Like we were talking before the start of the show.
yeah.
You worked on Perfect Dark Zero.
Oh, was that a rare game?
Yes. How do you
Oh,
know? Come on.
well, I don't read all the credits. I don't
Yeah,
find
yeah.
out, exactly who's in what and stuff. Um,
Like like from what one
I
reading on
don't even
Wikipedia, you
remember.
done some additional voices for it.
Yeah, well, it was probably like, Soldier Number Two, or, you know, Drug Addict Four, whatever.
Yeah,
Because that's what they're called in the script.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Semi-anonymous NPCs that you run into as you're playing.
yeah. And oh yeah, you done Horizon Zero Dawn, which is I guess recent enough. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, that's another one of those anonymous NPCs. I was Oseram Male 2.
I
But
haven't played it.
we well, if you play it and you're an Oseram, you'll find me in various places, in various states of drunkenness or distress or whatever. So we just recorded a bunch of different lines, and uh, it was like, okay, now these next four lines are you're drunk and you're a bit of a lech and you're trying to hit on Aloy. Okay, these next six lines, you're standing at a campfire in the middle of the wilderness and you don't know why you're there, and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So same character in different contexts.
I see. And have you any? Well, I don't know if I can ask you this. Have you anything? Okay, have you auditioned for anything that's coming out soon, maybe this year or next year, that you can't say what maybe game it is, or have you anything coming up down the
Someone
line?
else asked me this question not too long ago, and I wasn't sure how to answer it because
Yeah, no,
I
no,
said,
it's fine, it's fine. No, but like you don't have to say what it like. It's like, are you working on something at the moment?
yes,
Okay, that's all you can say. That's fine.
I recently recorded for three different things, two of which had trailers play at E3.
You can tell
I'm
me
just
after,
not
by the
sure.
way.
Okay. So yeah, there's stuff coming out that I've been involved in over the last year.
Yeah,
Actually, there's stuff coming out that I've been involved with over the last couple of years. So there's games I've got to go online and find out where they're at, um, because I want to be able to say I'm in them.
well, I see you've done Soul Calibur, Monster Hunter World
Yeah.
as Geralt as well, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe your biggest game yet. I said it as a joke. Euro Truck Simulator 2.
Oh, do you know that game is played by so many people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one and American Truck Simulator. I had no idea. I didn't even know about until they asked me to do the sat nav voice, and I looked into it, and man, thousands and thousands and thousands of people play those things all the time. It's incredible.
Yeah. Now, do you prefer acting to voice acting or vice versa?
Oh, I just like acting.
Yeah.
I like telling stories.
Yeah, yeah.
It's I mean, my favorite thing to do is theater. I love the live theater experience.
There's nothing like it though, isn't there? Not. It's just
There's nothing
the
like it.
energy, the vibe that you get from it.
Yeah, the buzz you get off it, the high at the end of a show, especially when it's, gone well. Um, the thrill of walking onto that stage and you've got people there watching you, and anything could and sometimes does go wrong.
Yeah.
And then you have to deal with it and carry on, and but it's also just that interchange, that interchange in the interaction between actors on stage with each other, and their awareness of and interaction with the audience, even if they've got the fourth wall up and they're not directly acknowledging the audience, an actor on stage has to be connecting to that audience. There is a definite exchange of energy,
Mm,
and you feel it. It's palpable.
yeah.
It's so exciting.
Is it Palpatine palpable? Palpable?
Palpatine palpable.
That's a word.
Yeah. There's doctors watching this going, "Oh, you fools! You fools!"
I don't know. Yeah, I guess like the latest musical I done was Annie in February, and I played 3 roles in it. But like, I guess my friend's auntie who comes into my shop as well. She was like, oh my god, he's on again. But like, 3 different parts, like, and no, but I mean, it's for me. I loved it, regardless if I have the biggest part or the smallest part. I love playing different parts because I guess
Yeah.
it takes you out of your comfort zone and seeing how you can, I guess, expand as a performer, an actor, like.
Yeah. Oh man, some of the best experiences I've had were experiences that, um, well, I'll tell you about. I think it was High Society because it was the first professional musical I'd ever done. In fact, it was the first musical I'd ever done. Um, and I got the offer, and I got off the phone with my agent, having said, "Let me just have a chat with Marianne, my wife, Marianne." Um, and I went and told her the news, and she said, "Oh, that's great. That's fantastic." And I said, "I don't know if I want to take it. I'm not really a musical theater performer, and it scares me. I don't, it's I'm scared of getting it wrong." And she said, "Well, then you have to do it."
Mm,
And it's those kind of experiences where I'm really asked to do something I haven't done before that makes me a little bit scared, where I have the best experiences most often.
yeah. And I guess what was it like? I guess singing all the songs and stuff for you.
Well, I loved it. I particularly liked High Society because it's all Cole Porter, man.
Yeah,
Cole Porter, what a songwriter. And the songs are just beautiful.
yeah,
They're beautifully structured. The melodies are lovely. Um, and it was so much fun. And we had fun as a cast as well. We
yeah,
had a
yeah.
great time.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things I feel is missing. If you look at the likes of Cole Porter, Irving Berlin, that kind of genre, that music, at that time, of the 20th century, it's not here anymore. I don't think.
Yeah,
It's different now. But like
it's different. I kind of think the modern equivalent is like Lady Gaga because
Percy,
she writes
I'm
really
not a fan of
snap
her. Yeah, but
music, and that's exactly what Cole Porter was in his time.
yeah, but I mean, like, there's no, like, maybe it is. I don't know if it's there. Like the jazz, like the swing music scene it's
Uh,
dead. It's quiet. It's so quiet.
is it? I don't know.
No, but okay, but I mean, like, compare that to the likes of you have like your pop bands. Like, I'm just saying, like, I know like they're not together anymore, but I mean the likes of One Direction, like the original
Yeah.
One Direction was the Rat Pack. Like, that side of music is gone. Where is that now? And it's all this kind of like, it's like the music nowadays is crap anyway. I think. No, but like stuff you hear. No, see, I hear the same stuff in the radio work every day. The same songs literally every day on Today FM.
What you're listening to, because I think if you're listening to radio, then they're not going to play the slightly more esoteric. Um, it's the record at the back of the bin. That's where the good stuff is. The other stuff that gets played on the radio, it, I mean, I like quite a lot of it. It's all right. It's music. Um, but I've actually been introduced to some really good music by my kids, um, and they're not listening to um, the really popular pop music kind of stuff.
Mm,
They're finding this other stuff that's kind of sideways from that. That tends not to get played on the radio unless it's requested. Um, but I listen to it and I go, "That's good stuff. I like that."
yeah. Like, look at bands like AC/DC. For me, the greatest rock band of all time.
There was, yeah, there were eras, weren't there?
Yeah,
But see, looking back, 30 years from now, people will look back at some of the music that was considered pop music today, and they'll go, "Man, that was the music, that was the time." You know, there are people for whom Coldplay is like, you know, they're the sound of their generation. And Coldplay is Coldplay.
yeah,
You know, I mean, they have some good music and stuff, but but
yeah. No, was to be a fan of Robbie Williams?
yeah, I do like a lot of Robbie Williams' work. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's because of him I got into jazz music.
Oh, because of his jazz album.
Yeah, well, he used two of them. Yeah, his first
Oh, I
one.
thought he.
No, his first one was Swing like when you're winning. That was years ago, and then his newest one will be Swings Both Ways. And like I saw him do his Swings Both Ways tour up in Belfast,
Yeah.
and I was so close to him. It was just the buzz. Like my brother hates Robbie, but he enjoyed the gig so much.
Well, he's a true performer, isn't he?
Oh, like I guess arguably the best performer of this generation. But I mean that guy. But I mean like he can grab anyone's attention and just
Yeah.
like it just shows you that if my brother hates him that much and he loved the gig, like that tells you something of a gig of how good he is. Like
It does. Um, Sorry, I'm just trying to think of other performers who are kind of like Robbie Williams, and nothing's coming to mind at the moment. But I've never seen Robbie live, so
yeah,
I've only
yeah,
seen videos of him in concert.
mm,
So um, I don't go to a lot of concerts. I'd like to go to more.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm not really into
yeah,
festivals as such.
I've never been to a festival.
No, I wouldn't
Oh
really.
no, that's a lie. I have been to a festival, but it's not the same. I went to a couple festivals in the States, but they're not the same as they are over here, where you camp out and get all muddy and shag everybody.
Nice. Austin Powers, yeah. Shall we shag now or shag later? Oh, Austin, behave, whatever. But I guess we've reached about an hour. Is there anything else you want to say before we go? Anything you want to add to it?
No, maybe to say been an enjoyable chat.
Thanks. I hope I'm not like some sort of dickheaded. Whatever.
You don't look like a dickhead. You look like a perfectly normal head.
Thanks. Just no giant penis. What's going on with this conversation? But
Giant bell end.
bellhand, yeah, you ham child. But
I love. They just don't say that in the States. It's not a phrase they use in the States. I love it.
what bellhand?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's so true, isn't it?
yeah. I guess like we all have different slang here,
Yeah.
No, I say it's interesting for you. Like how long did it take for you to adjust to English? I guess Irish slang as well. Like Mita says, "What's the crack?" I'm sure you know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah. But people in the States be like, "What's the crack?" What does that mean? Or
Butt crack. What? My butt crack? What? Yeah. No, I still catch myself sometimes saying things and having to shift them, change them. But I mean, the best mistake I made. I used to wear bum bags. And have my wallet, my keys, and extra change and
or
sunglasses.
fanny pack, as the
Well,
Americans.
exactly. You took my punchline, man. That's my
Sorry,
punchline.
I'm sorry,
No,
sir. I'm sorry.
there's more to it. But yeah, bum bags are called fanny packs in the States, or often. And I came over here. I think it was my first visit, and I went to visit my then girlfriend, now my wife, her grandmother, and we were talking, and I had my bum bag on, and she said, "Oh, what's that?" I said, "Oh, Gran, that's my fanny pack." And she went white as a sheet. And I was like, "What? Say," and I went, "Oh, fanny has a very different meaning over here."
Yeah.
Because in the States, a fanny is your butt.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
butt.
Did you ever see Scary Movie 2?
I think I did.
It's one in the castle, the haunted house. And it's take my strong hand.
take my strong hand.
Yeah,
What?
it's like make way for Fanny. Fanny's coming through. No, check it out. Oh, it's so funny.
Seen it. Oh, I love dirty humor. I see. Among friends, among those who know me, any of you who are watching, you can verify this. Um, I tend to be known as the guy who takes the conversation to the lowest common denominator. So I've been keeping it pretty clean in this chat.
I'm the same actually. I tend to just to make things dirty for It's funny. Like I guess I am kind of
Yeah,
I'm PG. I guess online. Well, to an extent, but in
yeah,
person, I'm quite the opposite. Like,
yeah. I've got some friends who, whenever we get together, the unspoken goal is to get our female friends to hit us
okay, does it
just by
work?
being so rude. Yeah, sometimes it does. Yeah. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! That's disgusting. That kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I guess. Sorry, one more question before we go. Um, I guess since you're an actor as well, would you have any interest in professional wrestling? No, I'm asking on purpose now.
uh, it actually looks like a whole lot of fun.
There you
Um,
go. You see, there you go. Don't knock it till you try it.
but yeah, I've tried it. I've done real wrestling, but I mean, you watch those guys, and you must they must go back into the dressing room and just have the biggest laugh about what they've just done. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because they're just so full of bullshit. It's incredible. But they make it believable.
yeah,
I love how the fans know how fake it is.
yeah,
That's partly what they love about it. I mean, how it's like monster truck rallies, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
What gives? It's just a truck on really big wheels with massive suspension crashing cars. People love it because it's so outrageously silly.
Yeah. No, see, I'm asking from a performance standpoint. I guess as a actor myself, I have taken an interest in doing professional wrestling,
How
but
do you?
yeah, no, I honestly consider it. But I mean, I fear that if one, like, as you know, one wrong thing can fucking go the wrong way completely, and something bad happen to you.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe like a manager, perhaps, or something, or like maybe a
But
referee. I don't know.
they're not as fun though. The joy of being involved in WWF or something like that is just it's the performance of the
Mm,
wrestlers themselves. I mean, how fun. My youngest son, he's 15 now, but when he was about 10, I think, 9 or 10, he got into wrestling for a while and he used to watch
yeah.
his wrestling matches. And I used to watch with him and we just had the best time just laughing at the outrageous stuff those guys do and those women as well. I mean, God, those professional female wrestlers, they are badass.
Mm-hmm. I think if you watched it today, you'd have a different take on it.
Why is
Because
that?
no, because so much. See, the industry has changed. You see, uh, WWF or E as it's now called, it's basically it's gone to crap. It's just not great anymore. And like, there's a new company AEW. I'm sure you know of Goldust. Did you ever hear of him?
No.
Uh, let's see. So
I
basically,
haven't watched professional wrestling for years
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. No,
Oh,
I love
got
wrestling
it.
to fucking bits. Like since I was 7 years old, I love it to this day still. And no, a new company AEW, and basically like they sold their second show, Double or Nothing, in like 10,000 plus tickets in 4 minutes.
Wow.
That's how like it's very like people want, I guess, like the Attitude Era. I guess they want the Stone Colds, they want the Rocks, the Undertaker, Kane, Mankind. They want all that stuff back. I guess like a bit of blood. Like I'm not too pushed on too much blood, if you get me.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, is it really that necessary? But I mean, like the storytelling between Dustin Rhodes and his brother Cody Rhodes. Well, Goldust was Dustin Rhodes. Like, just the storytelling was like probably like match of the year. It was just so like I have to show you. Just give it a watch and see what you think. But it is so good.
Right. See, I grew up in the era of
Hulk Hogan.
yeah, Hulk
What you
Hogan
gonna
and
do, brother? you know, Macho Man. Oh yeah, all them guys. Yeah, Sting.
it was all Hulk Hogan and
Yeah,
uh, I think when I was younger as well. So yeah,
yeah. So yeah, I
these
guess.
were good spandex years.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. This has been interesting. I guess. Did you think I was going to talk about any of this at all?
Oh well, I figured you'd ask about certain things
Yeah.
because people often do.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
but I didn't expect the wrestling.
Yeah. No, I guess throw you off a wee
Oh,
bit since you're
the
an
wrestling.
actor.
Sorry, what?
No, throw you off a little bit since you're an actor.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good question. I mean, it's all performance, isn't it?
Yeah, like look at Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I've got to see
Oh,
that.
check it out. It's so good.
Oh man, we when my youngest son was really into wrestling for his birthday one year, we got all of us tickets to go to a wrestling match that was touring and coming to us locally.
Mm.
It was great fun. We had so much fun.
Yeah, I guess what was it like for you watching it in person?
Well, it was just fun. We went, knowing it wasn't real, and um, we booed when we needed to boo, and we cheered when we needed to cheer, and we had great fun.
Yeah, but see,
And
I'm
my son
not.
walked away with a Nacho Libre mask, and you know,
That's very pantomime. See, it feels like very pantomime sometimes. I think.
yeah, it does have that feeling, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess see, it depends on what kind of show you go to. Like is it more like if you go to? I say you'd love an over 18 show. I really think so.
Over 18s wrestling match.
Yeah, like a wrestling event. Yeah, I really think so. You'd love it.
What are they? Why?
No,
What
just
makes it?
I just mean like it's. I guess bloody. Could be weapons being used. Dependent. But like the Irish wrestling scene and like in the UK is so good.
Is it?
Yeah, I know. Give it a shot. But yeah. Thanks for coming on. Where can you find you on social media?
You can find me at D Cockle on Twitter. You can find me at Doug Cockle on Facebook. But I have two. I have a page on Facebook and I have an account. I don't accept friend requests from on my account, so go to my page. I'm also just Doug Cockle on Instagram.
Nice. So, all right,
I have a
guys.
Pinterest as well, but I never go there. So
What is it? Sorry.
Pinterest.
Oh yeah, Pinterest is awful. I have it, but I'm not even joking. I keep getting emails about it. I got one there a few minutes ago, I think. And
Oh yeah.
it's like fuck off. Like it just every like hour or something, I get an email from them.
See, they don't even contact me anymore because I think the last time I posted something on there was about 10 years ago.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. You can, of course, check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Oh my god, I can't even talk anymore. So I guess for more gaming podcasts and Witcher 3, keep it right here at IGS. Alright, guys, see you soon.